Hey y'all, welcome back to another farm vlog. So if you guys are new here, hi, my name's Jasmine. If you guys are new here, welcome back. So in today's video, we are going to be doing all farming, everything. We're going to be talking also about Penny, my chicken. This is Tin right here. But we are going to be talking about a little more about how I obtained her. She is not part of the 13 chicks that we're getting in a couple weeks. But she was basically saved, and I'll tell you guys a little more about her. But Tanola wanted to make a grand appearance, didn't you? You did, huh? Don't peck me. Girl, I feed you, don't peck me. Yeah, we're going to be talking about all chicken things related. Go ahead, go. 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 You want to go? You don't want to go? You want to stay on Mama's shoulder? Yeah? But yeah, guys, I was basically born to do this. Grandpa has a farm, and yeah, I showed pigs when I was in high school, so I was always meant to be around farm animals and farming nature, if you will. I was born to do this, but also I was born to do streaming / gaming. So the hat that I'm wearing right now is currently farming, and then later on tonight I will be gaming. But yeah, we're going to be talking about Penny and how she got here, and I'm super excited, and hopefully you guys will like stick around for the video to understand how I obtained her and how she's doing health-wise, mentally, physically, and I will tell you guys, it's been a really good progressive state. She's doing very well. Let me go ahead and get her, but also let me show you all the chickens, how they are right now. Alright y'all, so obviously Tin is as happy as ever. That is my beautiful sapphire gem right here. This is beautiful and sweet old Agnes. She is a golden laced Wyandotte. Look at her feathers in the sun. She's so beautiful. Yes, you're so pretty. Yes. You should, guys, she is like the sweetest chicken, and she knows how to go up the ramp on command. Good girl. Are you gonna go drop me an egg? Wait a minute. Are you gonna go drop me an egg? What are you doing? See, like, there's never a dull moment with chickens because they're always doing something. I think if she goes into a nesting box, I think she's gonna drop an egg. If she hasn't already. So we'll see. But you see how there's the first stall right here, the second stall, and then the third stall where she's at. So she really likes to lay in the first stall, but if she gets spicy, she'll lay in the third one. But back to Penny. Let's go ahead and revert our attention to Penny Girl. So as you guys can see, we're in the chicken coop right now, but Penny is actually separated just because whenever you're integrating a new chicken to the flock, you don't want to just let them go full balls to the wall. You want to actually give them time to be in the same space but secluded in their own area so they can get used to the other chicken smells and how they act and whatnot. But I'm going to go ahead and take her out. Like I said, she's super sweet. She's been doing really well, but we'll talk more about her. So let me go ahead and get her out. And it's really windy here in Texas. Come here, babe. Come here. You want to say hi? Yes. You want to say hi? That's a good chicken. Yes. Say hi. Alright, y'all, so this is Penny, my beautiful hen. So it is currently, let me see. So it is currently February 20th. It is a Tuesday, and I actually saved her on Valentine's Day, February 14th of 2024. So I'm going to explain what happened. So my mom had actually asked me to take out the trash, and that's what I did. So here I am taking out the trash, and like normal, and then my next door neighbor says, hey, y'all got chickens? And I said, yeah, we got chickens. And he goes, well, one of them's right in front of my car. So I'm like, oh, heck no. But here's the funny thing. I had before I even went out to go take out the trash, I had already, guys, I was already here at the coop, so I know I already like locked the door with the carabiner. I know, like, I did everything I was supposed to, because it's like a routine in my head, like, don't forget to do this or else the chickens will get out and whatnot, right? So here I am, and I'm like running to in front of his car, and I'm like, where's the chicken? And then he goes, it's right in front of my car. And next thing you know, it's not our chicken. So this is Penny, and okay, Let me explain. So whenever I had tried to get her, right, she was in front of his vehicle. So what I had to do was, she was running in the street, like in the street. There was oncoming traffic, there was cars and trucks. She actually almost got run over by a truck. I actually went in front of the street, like I went into the street just to go get her. She did not do lordosis. So lordosis is basically whenever they submit to the human who is like hovering over them. It's not a bad thing, it's just what chickens do. And she did not do lordosis, but she did stand still for me. And like, no one is claiming her. No one is claiming her at all, right, in our area. So my thesis is, I think she was in the middle of transport, like in the bed of a truck, in like a dog crate or something, and then the dog crate door got loose, and then she was able to get out. But I want to say they were going to use her for meat processing. I know. I'm just going to say it right there, because whenever I did get her, and I have pictures and I have video, you guys could probably see it on my shorts, she was looking a little thin. It's either she was getting used for meat processing, because she is at that age. Usually hens, well, just chickens in general, whenever they hit around 4 months, that is the processing age for chickens. So it's just sad to think that way, but I'm being realistic. That is probably what they were going to use her for. Or I have another theory. So the other theory is that they were going to use her for egg production as well, because leghorns, especially white leghorns, they are most sought out in the poultry industry just because of how much eggs they lay annually and a week. So they can lay up to 7 days a week, which is the whole entire week without stopping, and they rarely have breaks, which is actually insane. But right now I am thinking she's a leghorn just because of her wattle and her comb. It's very floppy, as you guys can see. You wanna say hi? It's very floppy, as you guys can see. I know, girl. I know. It's okay. But I want to say she is a leghorn just because of her features, and she's definitely a hen. She makes a different sound than what my other hens make. It's not ruing. She is not a boy. She's not crowing at like whatsoever. And with roosters, they start to crow around like the 3.5 mark to 4 month mark. That's just how they are. That's just their nature. But we'll go over why I think she's a hen and her mannerisms. But yeah, I had to run into the street to go get her. Whenever I did get her, she was very sweet. Like I said, she didn't do lordosis or anything like that. She stood still in the middle of the street. If I would have left her out there, she would have died. So, me being who I am, an animal lover, like, I just can't let that happen. So I grabbed her, I brought her in, I actually took her through the garage, and then I was telling my brother to go get my mom. And at the time, my mom was laying in bed. She did not have, she wasn't feeling good. She actually had a migraine. So I was like, hey, go get mom. And then my brother goes, what, why? And then I like cracked the door open a little more, and I showed him that Penny was in my hands, and he was like yelling down the hallway. And mom had came to the garage, and she was like, what in the, yeah, she was shook. No one's claimed her in our area, claimed her, and I feel like she was meant for us. She actually, like, guys, this was literally on Valentine's Day. Isn't that wild? Okay, so I'm calling her our Valentine's Day chicken, and we named her Penny after the Big Bang Theory. I thought that was a super cute name. My mom actually had named her, so that's her name. Her name is Penny. She is doing so good, okay? She has 1 more week before she gets integrated into the flock with Agnes and Tanola. Obviously, Tanola, she's head honcho. So there's basically like a flock order. That's literally what it's called. You guys can look it up if you guys think I'm lying. But basically, head honcho, she is the mama hen. She takes care of all of the other chickens, and she puts them in line. It's like a hierarchy, if you will. It's a flock ordering system, if you will. And Tanola is head honcho, so obviously she's going to feel some type of way whenever I'm bringing in a new chicken into the flock. So obviously I did just want to throw her into the flock with Tin and Agnes. And with Tin and Agnes, we've had them for a year now, just about a year. Their birthday is actually March 18th of this year, so basically within what, 3 weeks? It's March 20th. Yeah, about like 3.5 weeks. So they're going to be turning 1, so they're older, okay? Even though we got them from 2 different hatcheries, they're older. This girl is about 4 months, and how I'm saying she's about 4 months is just because of her stature, how she looks, how much weight she had on her, and then also I could see in her face, and then also her feet. Whenever they're younger, their feet are a little bit smoother. I know chicken feet are supposed to be rough, but from our experience with raising chickens, whenever they're younger, their feet are a little bit softer. Like, right, like a kid, like their feet are softer, right? Because obviously they're not older, they're not roughed up yet, they're not doing the things that the older chickens do, right? So I want to say she's about 4 months, and she is very sweet. I've heard bad things about leghorns on chicken farms because they are aggressive towards other different types of breeds whenever you have a mixed flock, but she has not showed like any type of aggressiveness like at all. And Tin's like hiding behind the automatic door, but she has not showed any type of what's it called, aggression like at all towards any of the girls or anything, even though she's crated right now. She has 1 more week until I integrate her and whatnot, like mix her in with our flock. We're hoping and praying for the best that there's not going to be any signs of aggression, but she's supposed to be a really good egg producer, and here with me and my family, we're not going to be using her for any meat or anything like that. She's just going to be laying eggs for us, and she's going to be basically our pet, just like every other animal that we have. We don't use them to slaughter, we just use them because we're happy to have them, and that's like within like our hearts that we love farm animals and farming and whatnot. So we don't use them for anything of that nature, but some farms do. So that's why there's also called dual purpose breeds. So a dual purpose breed is actually, you can use them for laying or you could use them for meat production. She is not a broiler hen, she's strictly for eggs. So like I said, we're not going to be using her for any type of slaughter or anything like that, so I want to get that out of the way. But here's Penny. She is very sweet. Yes, and I want to point out, okay, so how you can tell if it's a hen or not, right? There's a couple different methods. So some breeds are harder to sex than others. So I'll name 2 breeds right now that are harder to sex, whether they're either female or male. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Silkies right now and Polish are the hardest chicken breeds to sex. You cannot get them. Okay, say like you go to a hatchery, or say you go to Tractor Supply or Murdoch's or Home Base, and you're like, hey, I want a Silkie. If they tell you it's straight run, that means they don't know what sex it is. If they tell you it's a straight run, they have no idea what sex you're getting or what they're going to give you. That's because it's so hard to determine whenever they're younger if they are female or male. Obviously, whenever they say a pullet, then that is a hen. If you go into, I'm gonna use an example. So if you go into Tractor Supply and you say, hey, kennel crate, right, like in the middle of the store, and that's usually where they have their chicks for springtime. They start ordering chicks, and then the hatcheries will deliver them and disperse them into groups. So if it says Easter egger pullets, then that's all female. Within that trough, that's all female. If it says Buff Orpington pullets, then that's all female. If you strictly want females for laying eggs, then you have to look for the chicks that have pullets after the name. That is what you want, okay? If you are in the market for just females. If you don't care what type of sex that you get for your chickens, then you can go straight run, you can go pullet, or mixed variety. Okay, that's the 3 words that you're going to be looking for. If you want straight up roosters, you're going to look for cockerel. That is what a rooster is, okay? But obviously some, like I said, the 2 hardest breeds to sex are Polish and Silkies. How do I know this? Because that's what we had, and they ended up being boys because they were straight run, and we had no idea. From the breeder, he had no idea. And apparently, whenever you want specifically a Silky hen or a Polish hen, you have to get this, it's like a, I want to say it's like $100 test, and that is how they're able to determine if the Silky or Polish is a girl or not. So we try to stay away from those breeds. But yeah, it's like all chicken related, okay? Just bear with me. But that is one determination of how you can tell if you're getting pullets, which is hens, or if you want cockerels, which is males, or if you want a straight run, which you don't know what you're getting. Or yeah, that's basically how you determine that. A second determination is the shape of her feathers. Okay, so my grandfather is a chicken enthusiast. He's had chicken since he was small, okay, like super small, because that's what his dad did and whatnot. That was their poison, was basically like that was their thing to do, like as a hobby, was have chickens, okay? So he is a chicken enthusiast, right? And with roosters, growing up, roosters have this big waterfall of a tail, and they have different beautiful colors all over their tails, and they have hackles. So hackles are pointed feathers. Okay, so I'm gonna show you an example right now. Do you guys see how her feathers are rounded? I don't know if you guys can tell, but it looks like scales almost. Do you see that? That is an indication that she is a hen. So if she was a boy, I'm just throwing this out there, if she was a boy, then her feathers would be pointed, and she'd have like a hackle mane and whatnot, and she'd have different colors on her white that she has right now. But that is another indication. And then also her wings. So I'm going to go ahead and show you her wing if she'll let me. So do you see how it has, like, it's like a V shape at the bottom? So here's my finger right here. Do you see it? The pointer finger? Do you see how there's a V shape at the bottom? So that is an indication that she's a hen, because it has that dent in there. And I'm not calling it a dent just to call it a dent. I'm calling it like you know, it's like a divot, if you will, right? Like a W. So that is another indication that she's a hen. If she was a straight up male, then her full-on like wing would be like just a scoop, and I just hit the heating lamp. It would be like a full-on like U, like as the wing. And she does, okay, she has a large comb, right? You want to say hi? So she has a large comb, right? But that is how leghorn combs are, and it flops over. Do you see it? You want to say hi, baby? Yes, you pretty girl. And my mom thinks she's a leghorn, and one of my subs also thinks she's a leghorn too. So there's another sub of mine who is actually a farmer and a gamer just like I am, and he said that he thinks that she is also a leghorn just because of her floppy comb and how her stature is and how she looks. So I want to say she's a leghorn. Leghorns will produce white eggs, and then if she's any other different type of breed of chicken, then obviously we will be able to determine by her egg color. But also another trick is, you see her earlobes right here? She loves earlobes. But do you see her earlobes right here? They're white. So that's an indication that she's going to lay white eggs. This trick only works for white and brown egg layers. It does not work with Easter eggers. It does not work with rainbow color layers like pink, blue, green, that type of thing. It only works with the white/brown egg layers. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, if you guys are raising chickens, let me know, and then I'll be glad to help you guys. I'll tell y'all right now, the shavings that we use are hemp shavings just because they're biodegradable, they're basically dust-free, and they're just really good for the chickens. And also whenever they get filthy and whatnot, you just add on another layer and you just keep on layering. We're doing actually the deep litter method, and you basically don't have to change out the shavings for about like a couple months. Like it's the bales are a little bit pricier. They're about 33 pounds for like about $75. I know you're like, Jazz, that's a little pricey. I know, I understand, but if you guys are into composting, if you guys do have a homestead, if you guys are looking to find better shavings, hemp shavings are the way to go. They're not necessarily just for chickens. They could be for horses, they could be for pigs, they could be for goats, sheep, any animal basically that's for the farm. and Agnes is here. We are also going to be checking out the nesting box. I want to see if any of them laid yet. But if you guys have any other questions about Penny, then let me know. Also, I do want to say she has gained weight. She is so pretty. She has gained weight. You want to say hi? You sweet. Yo, she said hi. Did you guys hear that? Did you? Yes. You want to say hi? Yes. Okay, so sweet chicken, if you guys have any other questions or if you guys want more updates, then just let me know. She loves her ear rubs, loves them, even though you guys can't see. But you guys see how her waddle just flops over. I want to say she's a leghorn because of that indication, because of the super large comb. So this right here is her comb. It's this one. Obviously there's her eyes. Here's her earlobes. Well, here's her ears. Her earlobes are this thing right here. And then this is her waddle right here. But she is not changing colors. Like I said, it's only been a week in. Obviously she's going to grow more. But I want to say she's about 4 months. She's gained weight significantly. Like, I can't even explain to y'all how much this girl eats. She loves her feed. Yes, ma'am. And also the feed that we use is Wedland's feed. It's like one of the best feeds. Hi. Hello. Yeah, I am a crazy farm lady, but it's completely fine. I'm fine with it. Note to my future husband, we're gonna have all the farm animals. I'm just telling you guys right now. But yeah, she is so pretty, and there's her feathers. Like I said, it looks like scales, right? And then also her butt. She has fluff butt, so that's her butt right here. Roosters don't have fluff butt, so that's how I know she's a hen. Yeah, but that is Penny. And if you guys have any other questions, then please let me know. I always answer to my comments all the time. So if you guys have any other questions about farming or anything poultry wise, chicken wise, or anything like that, don't hesitate to comment and talk to me. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And you guys, my subs know I will reply to you in a hot minute. If I have the time, I will. But here's Penny girl. Say hi. You don't want to say hi, babe? She is so pretty. But here's a better look at her feathers. Let me see. Oh shoot, I almost just tripped. Here's a better look at her feathers. Like I said, she is a hen. In my opinion, she's a hen. She's not ruining. She's not doing any of that nature. So I want to say she's a hen. And the wind has me eating my own bangs. You gotta love it. But we're going to talk more about the other chickens. And yeah. All right, she's going to go in. Go in? Good girl. She's gonna go into her little humble abode, and she has water. I also put ACV in here. She has food right here, and she has her roosting bar right there. I know, babe. I know. But I'm going to go ahead and lock her in for right now. Don't think this is mean, because this is what all of us chicken owners have to do whenever integrating new chickens into the flock. So, yeah, that is Penny. Also, I do want to point out, whenever I had gotten Penny on Valentine's Day, she was definitely scared. She was anxious, as chickens are. They're very skittish animals. But it's like she's never felt love in a way. I know that's a stretch for an animal, but hey, that's who I am. It's like she never felt love. So whenever I first picked her up and I was starting to give her pets and cuddles and whatnot, she just fell right asleep. It's like she did not feel loved at all. So I thought that was very interesting. But now she is one spoiled freaking chicken, aren't you? Aren't you? Kirker? Yeah, yeah, you're spoiled, huh, now? But yeah, here she's going to be fed whatever she wants. She's going to get amounts of vitamins and probiotic and water, water refills throughout the whole day, just like my other chickens. But I just want to note that. But Agnes is currently laying right now. I don't know if I'll be able to get it on video. If not, there's actually a short on my channel that you guys can go watch if you guys want to. But that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and hopefully this information is useful to you, and then hopefully you guys Penny story, hopefully. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all. Are you falling asleep? You see what I mean whenever I said she's spoiled? Are you falling asleep? Oh, it's okay. It's just the wind, Penny girl. Are you falling asleep? Are you falling asleep because you're so tired? Princesses need naps too, girl. I get it. In my own opinion, I think she's very happy here just because she's getting love, attention, she's getting fed, she's getting water as she should. But yeah, I think she's very happy here.